back to my channel. Today's video is focusing on do's and don'ts of eyeshadow. I did do's on this side, don'ts on this side. You can clearly see the difference. We're gonna get right into the video of what you should do and what you shouldn't do when applying eyeshadow. So we are up close and very personal today. Like I said in the little intro, one eye is gonna be the do, one eye is gonna be the don'ts, okay? The first do is do prime, okay? So priming is what's basically gonna keep the eyeshadow intact. And if you don't prime, then all the oils from your eyelid is gonna conflict with the eyeshadow and it's just gonna be sliding all over the place. So with one eye, of course, I'm gonna prime. One eye, I'm not gonna prime. My LA Girl concealer to prime one eyelid. Let's see how this goes, guys. Like, I'm kind of nervous, to say the least. So one lid is primed, okay? I'm using the Matte Book palette today. This is a don't, okay? Don't pack too much of a dark shade, okay? So when you're getting a dark shade, we're gonna say, say you're using like a dark brown as your shade where you're gonna start packing, and that's what you're gonna use to cut your crease. Don't pack too much. You want to kind of blend it as you're going, like so. I'm gonna get a little closer. You're blending, okay? So blending is definitely key. And you see how I'm not really packing too much of it. So you wanna make sure that you blend it like so. Here's the don't side. Next don't is don't pack too much on top of each other. Make sure you're blending it out. So the next shade up, I'm going to do like a lighter brown. I'm going to blend it with the shade below it. And you don't want to pack it. You want to make sure that you are blending it and making it look as natural and neat as possible. And disclaimer, eyeshadow always kind of looks crazy in the beginning, but in the end it comes out looking great. So if your eyeshadow ever just starts looking crazy, don't fret, unless it's looking like this, because this is unacceptable. But if it's kind of, you see how like it's still not really blended all the way, that's okay. So again, you don't want to just sit colors on top. You want to make sure that you blending it together, so don't just sit it on top of each other like so. Do use colors that complement each other. So as you can see, I'm on like this brown scale right now. Shade, you don't want to use a color that doesn't complement the other colors that are already on. I'm gonna go in the top of my brow with a lighter shade so that it complements the other shades. If I'm wanting to pop out some color, this is not what I want to do. Don't do this, guys. Like, and some of you are probably thinking, who would do that anyway? I've seen it all. I have seen it all. If you wanted to add another shade like a gold or a bronze or something of that nature, or even a bright color like maybe a blue, if you wanted to add a color that doesn't necessarily go with the tone of the rest of your eyeshadow, you cut a crease. Now, when it comes to cutting a crease, this is a do. Do cut the crease to add another shade that may be random. So I'm gonna cut the crease off camera actually and then move forward. So now that my crease is cut, I'm gonna add a blue just because my hair is blue, so why not? Here's another do. Go from light to dark when you're filling in this shaded area, okay? So on this side, there's already just so many wrongs. So I'm gonna add a couple wrongs in this one little area. So we already don't have a cut crease and we're about to add blue. Come on. And then I'm gonna go from dark to light instead of light to dark, so. If you notice, cutting the crease also brought out those colors. You can barely see. This doesn't even look like the same colors I'm using. Now, if you wanted to go into your lower lash line and add some type of color, you want to use the lightest shade that you used on your face. I could use a blue, or I could use one of the browns that I used, but I'm going to use a blue, and I'm going to use the two different blues, the lightest blue shade on this side and then the darkest blue shade on this side. And you want to put it like right on your bottom lash line. Like, you don't want it to be too dramatic. So you want to always use lighter color. You don't want to use dark colors on your lash line, because then you're going to look like you have a black eye. So I've added the lashes, and here it is. Do what I said to do on this side. Don't do what I said not to do on this side, guys. Like, you can see the difference. If you don't like color, still take what I said and take it and use it well, because some people don't like color on their eyes, and I totally understand that. But still, like, this is unacceptable. It's unacceptable. But if you do want to do color and all of that, be sure to follow these steps, do's and don'ts of eyeshadow. This is it. Thank y'all for tuning in. As always, like, comment, subscribe, click that notification bell so you don't miss a video. And I will see y'all next week.